Everyone, welcome to my channel again, guys. In few hours we are going to witness the 72nd Republic Day of our nation, and it's a really proud moment for all of us because we are part of the largest democracy in the world. So guys, how are you doing? I'm sure many of you had argument with your colleague, with your family members, with your friends, or some strangers sometimes. Workplace, outside, classroom, anywhere, I guess. It's normal and it's a human tendency to differentiate with each other. Sometimes it happens over small things, sometimes on some very large issues, political issues, economic issues. But how far are you going to will, or you are willing to go to an extent to prove your point? Well, one day you can sacrifice, 2 days you can sacrifice, but can you sacrifice 5 years, 10 years, or even 15 years to prove your point that you are correct? I don't know, but today I'm going to speak about this book. Yes, it's a short story collection by Anton Chekhov, one of the best writers around the world. He was a Russian writer, 19th century, and believe me guys, if you want to travel from modern day Russia to 19th century Russia, this is the wormhole that you can find at your near bookstore. Yes, in my opinion, Mr. Chekhov, especially his short stories, are a gateway to the life, the day-to-day activities, the relationship between people, the social and economical aspects of the 19th century Russia. Well, the Russia today we know is very much different from the Russia at that time. If we talk about Mr. Chekhov, his style of writing is very, if people call them as impressionist, people how they are and how they behave, that's his writing, his short stories explain very beautifully. Well, Mr. Chekhov was a doctor by profession, and he chose his passion to write, and I'm glad he did, because this is the masterpiece. And among these, I have this collection of 27 short stories, and I can't explain each and every one. I like all of them. I read this book. I bought in 2010 in Patna when I was traveling there, and my favorite short story is this The Bet, which is the short story number 6, page 47. This short story, if I can talk about, this is a bet about an argument in a party where a lawyer who is the host, banker who was the host, he and some guests are arguing about the capital punishment. Death penalty is better or life imprisonment. Many people, as I said, they are having different opinions, and the banker who was the host, he said that death penalty is much more humane, and life imprisonment is somewhat he doesn't like, because it's taking the life slowly from the person. Well, there is a guest who is a lawyer, very young lawyer, and he said that no, death penalty is very, very inhumane, and it is somehow better to live than to not, and life imprisonment can somehow change the person, the guilty one, and he can improve his life by remaining in solitary confinement. Well, both the banker and the lawyer, they decide to make a bet about it. The lawyer, he was young and very he did not think, and all of a sudden he took this decision to conduct this, and said that he will live in solitary confinement for not 5 years, not 10 years, but 15 years. And the lawyer said, the banker, the host, he said that if you did, I will give you 2 million for your confinement. But this is impulsive decision by the lawyer, and he started the solitary confinement. And when first year he was reading some light books as the new beginner, as a reader. Everyone suggests that you need to read some light books. He also, for the first year in his confinement, read some light books, some novels, some complicated love plots. Well, love is always complicated, and sensational and fantastic stories. Well, in the second year, he listens to some music, and he also read some classics from Shakespeare and other writers. Then in his other sixth year, he studies languages, philosophy and history, and he was reading. So you can imagine that picture. It's very beautiful. A person sitting in a room and reading a lot. Well, he also wrote to his jailer, which is the banker, the host, and asked him for some new books, some publications. And this crusade of reading started and went on. Well, now at the end, the 15 years are about to complete, and the banker, he was very impatient and very nervous that in few hours he is going to prove his point and I will lose my 2 million, and he is only 40 years and he is young. He is going to marry and live a comfortable life, whereas I, who was 15 years ago, was very rich. Today I'm not that rich and I have to pay him this load of money, and I'm broke basically. And so he was scared that and he wanted that the lawyer, the person who is living in solitary confinement, broke the law and not law but broke the rules that they set, and he came out of the room and I don't have to pay him. So he thought that he should go and see what he's doing right now. So he went to his room and he saw a very skinny man who has nothing left but bones, and he was just lying there. And there was a letter written, and I want to quote here. I want to read these lines. In your books I have climbed to the peaks of Elburz and Mont Blanc, and from there I have seen the sun rise and have watched it at evening flood the sky, the ocean and the mountain tops with gold and crimson. I have watched from there a lightning flashing over my head and cleaving the storm's clouds. I have seen green forests. Point is, guys, the lawyer, he learned about many things: religion, philosophy, history, science, languages, by sitting only in that room. That is the scenario at that time that he did on himself to prove that point. In 2020, if you compare, in lockdown situation, many people are craving to go out. They want to explore the world. They want to do a lot of things. They want to go to shopping. They want to eat what they liked always. They want to travel. But it's not possible, right? During the pandemic, people are suffering. So you can stay at your home and you can enjoy and do. You can learn a new language. You can acquire a new skill. You can do whatever you want. Just sit in that room and you have book, you have internet, do it. And the writer, he proves many such points in his short stories. So go ahead and read it, my friend. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Thank you so much. Do subscribe my channel.